Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently in the middle of this destroy base mission. There's fire everywhere. Our Vulcan got a little bit taken out super early on. It's okay, that's a backup mech. We are not planning on running that Vulcan for any sort of long duration event. Now, we do have this light sniper turret up over here that I'm actually thinking about approaching up over here. Unfortunately, the issue is that we need to present our left side to these mechs over here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to present our left side over here, and we're going to vigilance our Centurion and fire on that light sniper turret. Maybe we should go with a slug ammunition here. Yes, we should. Fantastic. Okay, so that turret's down. All we have left is a couple members of the base garrison, plus finishing off the actual base. And then dealing with the aftermath of this, of course. Honestly, if I was this guy, I would have gone for the rear arc on the Centurion, not the Ghost there. But okay, if that's what he wants to do, I'm not going to complain. So I feel like the Pack Hunter, we should move out over here. The Ghost has plenty of rear arc armor, I feel like. And I would love to fire our medium lasers, but I think that we fire Deadfire SRMs instead. This is only side arc on the Pack Hunter. We did hit the melee, so that means that the Deadfires were the right choice. That'll be a knockdown. This guy's got a wing system? Okay. At least a partial wing system. Okay. So they're going to move the lightning. They may go for the ghost rear arc. That's okay if they do. We should have the armor to take that, as long as it doesn't all go on the arm. Why? Why would you attack the blackjack here? Okay, whatever. That is an interesting choice, to be sure. Not a choice I would have made. So that Pack Hunter's dead. Target down. And we are then going to finish off the lightning attack hovercraft, and we're going to be completely okay to fire like this, I think. We may shut down. That's okay if we do. We did miss the laser, which makes me super sad, but there we go. The garrison is down. And I would have preferred to do that in the last episode, but YouTube is being really slow of late, so here we are. I think we'll avoid firing the ATM for heat purposes. The rest of this should be enough to finish off this building. Not quite. Sad. Oh well. We'll be able to finish it off quite easily.
Firing. Good shot, Commander.
So we need to take down some 3 more buildings. Not a big deal. And then we'll see what kind of damage was actually done to the Vulcan and whether we want to actually keep it around or not. In reality, we probably should have kept the Shadowhawk 2C around and gotten rid of the Vulcan. But I was feeling lazy about stripping the weaponry, so there's that. Okay, this Centurion is going to simply move up to here. And we're going to fire on this medium reinforced building. We should easily take it down. Excellent.
Target destroyed.
Confirm.
This Centurion is going to close in, and we'll target this medium reinforced building next. Not quite enough to take it down. 4 HP. Oof. Okay, well, the Veagle will finish it off.
Aye, aye.
Fantastic. And one more to go.
Standing by.
And our Ghost is going to close in a bit. And
Move order received.
we'll just fire a little bit on this guy. Not much. Like, not all of this. Just one set of listen kill. Our heat was a little high, to be sure.
Yes, Commander.
And this Hunchback is going to try to not hit this minefield if we can help it. How do we do the multi-move? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so to do the multi-move, you shift-click, and then that creates the waypoint. I haven't actually used that, but that is handy for getting around these minefields, to be sure.
Locking in target.
We missed on the military building, but that's okay.
No more AC-20 ammo.
And our hunchback here is going to look to finish it off.
Acknowledge.
I don't know that we actually do enough. Yeah, not quite.
Waiting
close,
for
though.
orders.
And we're not going to fire the arrow 4, I can tell you that.
Locking on target.
That was a hit. It didn't quite do the trick. I actually expected that to do the trick, if I'm honest. How much HP is left? 4 again. Okay, I'm just going to fire the medium laser so that we don't have to pay for the ammo. There we go. So let's get out of here. Ultimately, losing the Vulcan is no big loss, even if the Vulcan is a full loss and is irreparable, which, with the rapidity with which it died, it may well be. So we'll keep an eye on that. But even if it's gone, we'll just bring the Shadowhawk 2C back out, and that's not a big deal. In fact, we should have done that anyway, in all honesty. So let's go ahead and proceed here. Everything else is good to go. We aren't really interested in any of that. A land air mech hardpoint, huh? Okay. 2 ATM-9s. That's definitely something I'm interested in. A Streak LRM-15? Yes, please. 3 dual machine guns. That's actually pretty good. A Clan Engine XL that we already do have one. I think I'm okay with reletting unless we don't have anything else good. 3 Clan double heat sinks. We take that for sure. And we do have ATM ammo at this point. Thumper ammo we have as well. Do we have Infernal Thumper ammo? We actually don't. We'll take that. Okay. And we'll see what we roulette out of that one. Okay, that's not terrible. LRM-10 I'll get rid of. SRM-2 streaks and the SRM-5 or the LRM-5 streak I will get rid of. The Clan Case 2, we do have one. I will get rid of that one for now. Engine Core 215 we don't have. Okay, that's fine. An active probe we don't have, actually. A short-range battle computer, huh? That's interesting. We're going to keep that around. Standard heatsink cooling we don't need. A double UAC 2-ton. Or double UAC 2 ammo. I like it. Overall, that was some pretty good salvage, I think. Considering that we weren't expecting chassis parts, right? As far as components go, that wasn't bad. Now, what do we want to do with the Shadowhawk 2C, or potentially a refit of the Vulcan? The Shadowhawk 2C, does it have a ballistic hardpoint? I want to look at that, for sure, before I decide. Of course, if the Vulcan is completely irreparable, then, well, there's just not any choice there, but we'll see. Well, Yang, 227, okay, do it, but I want to do a minimal repair to the Vulcan. Let's hop into the mech bay and take a look. The Vulcan was not irreparably damaged. I'm going to stop work on this. This is the vast majority of our costs, is this Vulcan. So we're going to get that going. And, I see. They took out this torso, and that took the Engine XL with it. It was surprising, to be sure, but it's okay. So we're going to repair that, and like I said, I want to do a minimal repair. That'll only take 3 days, so that is fine. Do it. Yes, I know that this mech will not be viable for combat. That's completely okay. So I do want this quick draw and the Vulcan to be the top priority right now. And then we're going to hop into our storage, and once the Vulcan is done, we'll get rid of it. I do want not the Thunderer. I do want the Shadowhawk 2C to be back, which is, where are you, Shadowhawk 2C? You should be a medium. Ah, that is a 45-tonner. I mean, that's only 5 tons more than the Vulcan, but we'll go ahead and ready that. That'll be fine.
We'll have it warmed up ASAP.
Okay, and that will be the top priority for now. So we'll tick forward 1 day here. Okay, that was actually 2 days, but that's fine. We'll tick forward, and we are looking at getting this Shadowhawk 2C refit, and looking at these hardpoints, how do we want to handle this? How indeed. I mean, obviously we want to max the armor. And then we can do a ferrofibrous and an endosteel structure. We can put in an engine XXL. What could go wrong? No, I'm not going to do that. But maybe a Clan XL engine. And then we can put in our engine core, which should be somewhere around... I mean, a 360 would be hilarious. That only gives us 8 tons to work with, even with an XL engine. That's definitely something to note. How many free heat sinks do we have? We have no external free heat sinks. Okay. That's good to know. Very, very good to know. We will, of course, put in a Clan double heatsink kit. This is already over 1 million C-bills, and I'm aware of this. You know, I think we'll do this some other time. I'm going to leave it up and ready to go. We'll tick forward and get the Vulcan moved down, for sure. And then I want to make sure that this Centurion gets fixed up. All this should be good before this financial report, in theory. So let's go ahead and rethink what we want this Shadowhawk to be. Now, the stock roll of the Shadowhawk... Oh, I wanted to put the Vulcan away before we did this. Because the Vulcan is, of course, quite vulnerable. So we will go ahead and send the Vulcan to storage. There we go. And the Shadowhawk will take its position. Honestly, the Firestarter is also going to be sent to storage. We don't need that at this juncture. So the Shadowhawk 2C is going to be refit. And do we want this? Its stock combat role as a striker. This is the stock loadout here, which has... What is the engine core that its stock has? Where's the CT in this? Here it is. Its stock comes with an engine core 270. That's a kind of small engine, for what I was thinking, to be sure. Well, let's take a look at what it would be like in terms of speed with a 270. 6 and 9 hexes? That's actually pretty quick, all things considered. Okay, we can put Clan Ferrofibrous on there. We can put Clan Endosteel Structure. Yeah, it's expensive. We can max out that armor. I would still like to have a Clan XL engine in this. Now that's very expensive. That said, this does have a Battle Fists. What if we removed that? We are going to need a Clan double heatsink kit, for sure. Let's see here. AMS tag and support. Is there a category for melee weapons? Maybe they just classify as specialist. I don't think we have a melee weapon right now. And looking at this, we don't have any ballistic hardpoints, which is definitely awkward. Heavy PPCs have a minimum range of 90 meters. Which means that I kind of want this guy to have a big punch in very short range. ATMs are not really going to be effective for that. MRMs could. But they're a little heavy for what we're looking at here. So what I'm actually leaning towards is doing rockets. Having rockets here. I would love to have like 4 rocket 20s. That would be ideal. Unfortunately, that's not going to be an option, and instead, I think what we're going to do is we are going to look for some medium punches. Maybe medium pulses? But that's not very good at focusing on one particular location. So instead, maybe doing clan ER medium lasers. Here, 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 and here, in all the laser hardpoints. Then all we have is the missile hardpoints that we can do the rockets in. So we can do one here, and then we could do like a tandem rocket 15. Now what is the difference between tandem and regular? Damage dealt directly to internals? Yes. I mean, I like that. So we'll put a tandem rocket 15 over here, and then we'll put a rocket 15 here, and then a rocket 15 here. That fills up all of our hardpoints. And we still have 3 tons to work with. We can drop out the endosteel structure, and we still have a ton to work with. Now, what is this heat efficiency without the rockets? How much heat do the rockets generate? 9 heat, 7 heat, not a ton. Okay. So we may actually want to put the clan endosteel structure back in and pile on some heat sinks, because I don't want this thing to be like the Ghost. Now these are one shot, to be sure, but I want this to be better. These ER medium lasers, they produce 20 heat, and we have 4 of them, so that's 80 total heat. We need at least 80 heat sinking, and we're going to get really close to that, actually. So an additional heat sink here puts us at 78 heat. I think this is acceptable. And we still have 0.2 tons to work with, but I think this is good. We'll validate that and get that Shadowhawk 2C online.
On it. I'll let you know when
Excellent. So at this point, we want the Shadowhawk 2C and the Quick Draw to be our primary focus. It's going to take a while to get the rest of these back. Let's see here. If we only have... No, this should all finish up, I think. No, it's not. I was thinking about it wrong. I was definitely thinking about that wrong. We're going to put the Quick Draw on the bottom here so that we can deploy one more time before our financial report. So let's go ahead and tick forward a little bit here, and we'll get everything else underway. Okay. So the Shadowhawk 2C and the Quick Draw, of course, don't finish before the financial report. So we're going to be deploying a Short Lance here, and that's completely okay. I'm not concerned about this. We'll just choose something slightly easier, and that will be fine. Let's hop into our barracks here and see about doing some Mech Warrior training. So we'll do
Receiving you.
a whole lot of nothing, it looks like.
Ready for
Yeah, definitely a whole lot of nothing. So we are now ready to deploy again. Unfortunately, it's a little late in the episode to do that deployment. I really don't like putting a cut in here. Like, I can justify it to myself over 20 minutes. This is a little rough, to be sure. However, the circumstances, it appears, dictate it. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.